My dear students, I welcome you all to study a new lesson today, the hack driver. This lesson is written by Harry Sinclair Lewis. He was an American novelist, short story writer, and playwright. He was born on 7th February 1885. He died on 10th January 1951. In 1930, he became the first writer from the United States, that is, the first from the Americas, to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature, which was awarded for his vigorous, graphic art of description and his ability to create with wit and humor new types of characters. His works are known for their critical views of American capitalism and materialism between the wars. He is also respected for his strong characterizations of modern working women. H.L. Mencken wrote about him, "If there was ever a novelist among us with an authentic call to the trade, it is this red-haired tornado from the Minnesota, Wales." Actually, he is from Minnesota, which is in America. He has been honored by the U.S. Postal Service with the postage stamp in the Great American series. My dear students, now please watch the animated video of this lesson. After that, we will discuss the text.
Hey, I'm a lawyer. I need to find a man named Oliver Lutkins.
Lutkins? I saw him around here about an hour ago. It's hard to find him, always. He's probably trying to start up a poker game in back of Fritz shop. Okay, come on, I'll help you to find him.
Yes, as soon as possible. I want to catch the afternoon train back to the city. It is very important and secret.
Don't worry, sir. We can drive around together and find Lutkins. I know most of the places he hangs out.
He was so friendly. He so immediately took me into the circle of his affection that I glowed with the warmth of it. I knew, of course, that he wanted the business, but his kindness was real. If I had to pay hack fare in order to find my man, I was glad that the money would go to this good fellow. I got him down to $2 an hour. He brought from his cottage a block away an object like black piano box on wheels.
I don't want to butt in on your private business, young fellow, but my guess is that you want to collect some money from Lutkins. He never pays anybody a cent. He still owes me 6 bit on a poker game I was fool enough to get into. If you want me to, I will go into Fritz shop and ask for him, and you can keep out of sight behind me.
I wanted to serve summons on Lutkins.
Oh, okay.
Tell me something about you.
Most folks around here call me Bill or Magnuson. My business is called William Magnuson Fancy Carting and Hacking.
All right, Bill. Shall we proceed to Fritz's shop?
Yes, Lutkins is just as likely to be there as anywhere. Plays a lot of poker. Have you seen Oliver Lutkins around today? Friend of his looking for him.
Yes, he was here a little while ago. He's gone over to Gustav's to get a shave.
Well, if he comes in, tell him I'm looking for him.
Sure.
Have you seen Oliver? No, I haven't seen him and I don't care to. But if you find him, you can just collect the dollars 35 he owes me.
I have seen him. He was walking down Main Street, this side of the hotel.
We went to Gray's barber shop, but we missed him by only 5 minutes. He had just left the pool room. He had just bought a packet of cigarettes and gone out. At the end, I paid to Bill for 6 hours. At last, we met a friend of Lutkin's.
Oliver has gone out to his mother's farm, 3 miles north.
I know Oliver's mother. She's a terror. I took a trunk out for her once and she almost took my skin off because I didn't treat it like a box of eggs. She's about a 9 feet tall and 4 feet thick and quick as a cat. She sure can talk. I'll bet Oliver heard that somebody is chasing him. He's gone on there to hide behind his mother's skirts. Well, we'll try. Remember me? I'm Bill, the carter and hackman. I want to find your son Oliver.
I don't know about Oliver and I don't want to.
Now you look here, we had just about enough nonsense. This young man represents the court in the city. We got legal right to search all properties for this Oliver.
You search all you want to, if you don't mind getting burned first.
Let us get out of here. She will murder us. Did you see her smile? She was laughing at us.
Yes, I have seen. It was nearly time for me to catch the afternoon train, and Bill drove me to the station. On the way to the city, I worried very little over my failure to find Lutkin's. Next morning, the case was coming up in the court, and they had to have Lutkin's. I was shameful, useless fool. I was ordered back to New Million, and with me went a man who had worked with Lutkin's. When the train arrived at Mullion, Bill was on the station platform. Lutkin's mother was there talking and laughing with Bill, not quarreling at all. There's a fine fellow, a real man. I spent the day with him.
Did he help you to hunt Oliver?
Yes, he helped me a lot.
He must have. He is Lutkins himself.
But what really hurt was that when I served the summons, Lutkins and his mother laughed at me.
I told them about you. They are dying to have a look at you. They are about the only folks in town that missed seeing you yesterday.
This is an American writer story. The American novelist Sinclair Lewis has written this hack driver. This is an amusing tale about a young lawyer who is very innocent. He goes to a village to serve the summon to a person called Oliver Lutkins. At the railway station, he meets a person who introduced himself as Bill. Bill told that he knew everyone in the village and promises to search Lutkins for the lawyer. He takes the lawyer and visits lots of places and takes a lot of money from him. But after a long search, they could not find Lutkins. The next day, when the lawyer goes to the village with one of his colleagues, he came to know that the hack driver was the Lutkins. Everyone except the lawyer was laughing at him, and he felt ashamed of himself. Yes, that thing we have seen, that animated video. We will learn this lesson thoroughly in detailed way through this text. First, this lesson starts with this paragraph. After graduating with honors, I became a junior assistant clerk in magnificent law firm. Yes, this is the narrator. Actually, the narrator is the lawyer who studied, and he came for the practice. He got the honor, he was graduated with honors, and he became the junior assistant clerk in a magnificent law firm. Here, firm is company. I was sent not to prepare legal briefs, that is, documents presented in court. Actually, what was the work was given to him? To serve summons. Summon is an order to appear before a judge or magistrate, like a cheap private detective. He has to bring the victims to the court, and he had so many experience when he did. I had to go to dirty and shadowy, that is, shadowy is dark corners of the city, to seek out my victims. Some of the large and more self-confident ones even beat me up. Sometimes he got beaten from the victims. I hated this unpleasant work. The side of the city life, it revealed it, open up to me. That is, actually, this author says that I hated this unpleasant work because it was not a joyful one. I got so many difficulties in this. I even considered fleeing, run away to my hometown. Actually, this lawyer, actually newly appointed lawyer, he got this type of thought. He thought to run away to his hometown, and he says that I could have been a real lawyer right away without going through this unpleasant training period. I even considered fleeing, running, that is, I explain now, hometown, and because he got unpleasant training period. Now, this author says that this lawyer says, here the narrator is the lawyer. I rejoiced one day when they sent me out 40 miles in the country to a town called New Mullion to serve summons on a man called Oliver Lutkins. Here, Oliver Lutkins is the person on him the summon was given. Now he took the summon, he went there. We needed this man as a witness. Actually, they needed as a witness a person who sees an event, typically a crime or accident, take place. The witness. In a law case, he had ignored all our letters. They sent many letters to him, but he ignored all their letters. When he got the New Mullion, actually this man, he went to the New Mullion. His eager expectation of the sweet and simple country village. Actually, whatever he expected, it was not there. He wanted to see the wonderful village, but its streets were rivers mud. The rows of wooden shops, either painted a sour brown or bare. Here, bare is without of any paint at all. So the place, when he went there, it was not beautiful. The only agreeable sight he saw that about the place where delivery men were there at the station. He was about 40. The age is 40, red-faced, cheerful, thick about the middle. And his walking clothes were dirty and well worn, and he had a friendly manner. Actually, this lawyer described that view, that appearance of that person. He says that you felt at once that he liked people. friendly manner. I want, actually, the lawyer told him, I want to find a man named Oliver Lutkins. I want to find the man, the name of the person is Oliver Lutkins. Lutkins, I saw him around here about an hour ago. Hard fellow to catch. Actually, it is difficult to catch him. Always up to something or other. He will be some other places. He says that. He is probably trying to start up a poker game in the back of Fritz shop. Actually, there is a shop there. Back of that, he will be playing poker game, the card game. I'll tell you, boy, is there any hurry about locating Lutkins? Now he is asking, is there any hurry? Yes. Now this lawyer says, yes, I want to catch the afternoon train. I want to go back to the city because I want to catch him soon. I was very important and secret about it. And he says, I will tell you what I have got. I want to take horse cart, that is hack. I will get it out and we can drive around together, find Lutkins. Now immediately that person who was standing in the station, he says that I will take. We can drive around together, we can find the Lutkins. I know most of the places he hangs out. He says that I know what are the places he visits. I will take you to that place. He was so open and friendly. I glued with the warmth of his affection. Now this lawyer is explaining about that person who was taking him to find. I knew, of course, that he wanted the business, but his kindness was real. Actually, he is doing. He was like a hack driver. He was a hack driver. He wanted the business, but he was very kind to him. Now the lawyer expressed, I was glad the fair money would go to this good fellow. Now he is thinking, I managed to bargain, get a discount to $2 an hour. Then he brought from his house nearby a sort of large black fox on wheels that he brought the horse cart nearby place. Now before that they were talking about the prices, actually what is the amount to take for $1 or $2. This lawyer also bargained. Then after that they came to this. He remarked that, well, young man, here is the carriage, and his wide smile made me into an old friend, actually with a warm smile, and he said that here is the carriage, we are ready. These villages are so ready to help strangers. He had already made it his own task to find Oliver Lutkins for me. Actually here this lawyer says that the people from the village, they are ready to help the strange people, the unknown people. Likewise here also he is saying that this person is ready to help me to find Oliver Lutkins. And he said, I don't want to interfere, young fellow, but my guess is that you want to collect some money from Lutkins. He never pays anybody a cent. Now this is the words of the person who is helping this lawyer. And he says that I don't want to know about things, but I guess you want to collect some money from Lutkins, but Lutkins never pays anybody a cent. He has sent us the currency which is used in America. He still owes me 50 cents on a poker game. I was fool enough to play with him. Actually, he had to give me 50 cents. This amount is not really bad, but it's hard to make him part with his money. It is very difficult to get money from him. He says, if you try to collect from him in those fancy clothes, he will be suspicious, doubtful, get away. Now they are going to the place, actually the shop where he was supposed to play card games. Now he reached the place and this person says that please wait here. If you come there with his proper dress and he will escape from us, he says that. I loved him for this. By myself I might never have found Lutkins. With a hack driver knowing help, I was sure getting my man. Actually, he was believing that whatever he says, it is true, and he stayed there. He was standing outside of the shop, and this hack driver went inside to inquire about that person. I took him into my confidence and told him that I wanted to serve the summons on Wilkins. The man had refused to be witness when his information would have quickly settled our case. Now he is explaining that this lawyer, he is very important, Wilkins is very important, because if we submit him and we can close our case. So when he hears all these things, the driver listened earnestly, sincerely. At the end, he hit me on the shoulder and laughed. Well, we will give Brother Wilkins a little surprise. We will get him. Now let's start driver, the lawyer says, and here most folks around here call me Bill. Now this hack driver is explaining about his name actually. What is that? My name is Bill or Bill Magnuson. My business is called William Magnuson Fancy Carting and Hacking. He says about his business. Now he calls, all right, Bill, shall we proceed to fridge? Now they go to the shop. Yes, Wilkins is just as likely to be there as anywhere, plays a lot of poker. He is good at deceiving people. Bill seemed to admire Wilkins' talent for dishonesty. Now Bill is talking about Oliver Wilkins. I felt that if he had been a policeman, he would have caught Wilkins respectfully and jailed him with regret. Now this is the words of this lawyer who is searching Oliver Wilkins. And he says that if this driver is a policeman, really he will catch the Wilkins. Immediately he will jail him. Because he knows everything about this person. Bill led me into fridge. He took to the shop. Have you seen Oliver Wilkins around today? Friend of his looking for him. This is the words of the Bill. Happily he says that. And Fridge, actually the owner of that shop, he looked at me hiding behind the Bill. He hesitated and then admitted. He confessed that yes, he was in here a little while ago, just before he was here. I guess he has gone over to guest house to get a shave. He went to the saloon to get a shave, and he says that. Well, if he comes in, tell him I am looking for him. This is the words of this hack driver. That is the name of the hack driver is Bill. We drove to a guest of barber shop. Again, Bill went in first. Actually, he went first. He says that you please wait, because if you go there, if Oliver Wilkins saw you, immediately he will escape from the place. So I will go first. So that he went there and he inquired about that. Now I'll inquire. Here linked is the meaning of the word waited around at the door. He asked not only the suite, that is the person who is doing the job there, and two customers there waiting there, and the suite that the person who is doing that saving and the owner of that saloon, and he says that no, I did not see him. He said angrily, I have not seen him. Don't care to. If you find him, you can just collect that $35 because he has to give me. If you find him, please collect for me. And he says that. Immediately, one of the customers thought he had seen Wilkins walking down Main Street, this side of the hotel, and they gave information about that. As we climbed back into now again they got information and they went to the court that the hack. Bill concluded, actually Bill says that drew a judgment that since Wilkins had exhausted, that is finished his credit at Gustav, he had probably gone to Grace for a save. Actually, he might not come here. He has gone to Grace. That is the name of the salon. And at the Grace barber shop, we missed Wilkins for only 5 minutes because they reached and the person says, the owner of the Grace, Barber shop says that just before 5 minutes he left this place. This information they get from there. He had just left probably for the pool room. Actually, at the pool room it appeared that he had just bought a pack of cigarettes and gone out. And they went to the pool room. There they get information. Oliver Lukins, he bought a pack of cigarette just before he gone out from the place. This is the information. Now the hack driver Bill Magnuson and the lawyer, they chased after him, behind him, but never catching him. For an hour till it was past 1 o'clock, this afternoon time. Now the liar says that I was hungry. I had so, now he says that I had so enjoyed Bill's rough country opinions about his neighbors that I scarcely, that is scarcely meaning of the word is hardly cared whether I found Lukins or not. Actually now this lawyer, the new lawyer, just before he got the graduation, the young lawyer who is searching this Oliver Lukins, now he got the company of this Bill Magnuson and the hack driver. With the help of him, he was searching. Now this is afternoon time. He was hungry now, and he did not worry about whether he got the Lukins or not. But he got so many things about that places. How about something to eat? I suggested. Let's go to a restaurant. I will buy you a lunch. Well, I ought to go home to the wife. I don't care much for this restaurant. Only 4 of them, and they are all bad. Now this is the words of the Bill. Now the restaurant is not good. So I go to my home and I want to see my wife. Now here, this is tell you what we will do. We will get the wife to pack up a lunch for us. She won't charge you more than $1. It would cost you more of a greasy meal in a restaurant, and we will go up to the Wade's Hill and enjoy the view while we eat. Now this is the discussion between the young lawyer and the Bill Magnuson, the hack driver. We will get the wife to pack up the lunch. We will go to the hill and we will sit on the top of the hill and we will see the view. We will sit and eat there. The discussion is going on. Now here I know that Bill's helpfulness to the young fellow from the city was not entirely matter of the brotherly love. And he says that, okay, I'll give you money. Now he gave money. After that they got, the young lawyer says that I was paying him for his time. And in the end I paid him for 6 hours including the lunch hour. At what was then very high price. He gave money for the past hours what he says spent, including the lunch hour. He gave money to the Bill Magnuson. He was no more dishonest than I charged with the whole thing to the firm, but it would have been worth paying him myself to have his presence, because he was feeling very happy with him. A cheerful country wisdom was very refreshing to a country boy like myself, was so sick of the city. He was getting so many information about the villages, and he was sitting on the top of the hill and he was showing everything. We sat on the hilltop looking over the grasslands, pastures, a creek, here a stream which slipped among the trees. He talked about the New Million, that village, that place, painted a picture in the words of all the people in it. He explained about all the people and he noticed everything. But no matter how was he might laugh at people, he also understood and forgave their foolishness. Actually, he was talking about all the people, those who are living in the places. And he was talking about the minister's wife. Actually, the minister's wife sang the loudest song in the church when she was most in debt. Actually, when she was most in debt, she would loudly sing the song in the church. And this is the character he talked about, that minister wife. And he commented on the boys who came from the college in fancy clothes, how their behavior, their words. He told about the lawyer whose wife could never succeed in getting him to put on both collar and a tie on the same day. He was talking about the lawyers from that village, and he made all them alive. He talked about all the people and all the places of the New Mullion. On that day I came to know New Mullion better than I did the city, and to love it better. Actually, he loved the place because of the description above from the hack driver. Bill did not know about college cities, but he had traveled around lot of country and had lot of jobs. Now this is the words of the young lawyer. From his adventures he had brought back a philosophy, that is a simplicity and laughter. He strengthened me. He gave so many information about the life. And this young lawyer says, next they left the peaceful scene of the meadows and woods, resumed. Actually restarted the search of Oliver Lutkins. They could not find him. They left the place, and after that, at last Bill forced a friend of Lutkins. There was one man was there. Actually, that man is a friend of Lutkins, Oliver Lutkins, and made him admit what he guessed, what he thought about Oliver Lutkins. Now the friend says Oliver is gone out to his mother's farm. Her farm is the field, the village area in that the house was there. 3 miles from that place, that north side. They drove out there, laying plans. Now this Bill says that I know about Oliver's mother. She is a terror. I took a tongue out there for her here once. She almost took my skin off because I did not treat it like a box of eggs. Actually, once he had that experience with that mother of Oliver Lutkins, I took a trunk out there for her once. She almost took my skin because you please take it seriously, handle with care, even the trunk. So this is the experience he got from the Oliver Lutkins' mother. This is the things stated by the Bill, the hack driver. He was telling about the things about her when they are going to the place to meet. She is about 9 feet tall and 4 feet thick, quick as cat. She sure can talk. I'll bet Oliver heard that somebody is searching him, and he has gone there to hide behind his mother's skirts. And he says that because we are going there, somebody would have told about our matters, and he would have heard that somebody chasing him. So he might have hidden from his behind his mother's skirts. And these are the things this hack driver says. Well, we will try her, but you would better to let me do it, boy. You may be great at literature and law, but you have not had real training in swearing. Actually, he is saying that Oliver Lutkins' mother, he was talking in bad words, offensive language. She will use offensive language. We drove now this young lawyer says that we drove into a poor farmyard. We were faced by enormous and cheerful old women. They met the old women. My guide bravely went up to her and said, now my guide is here, Bill Magnuson, hack driver. Remember me? Now he says to the Oliver Lutkins' mother, I am Bill Magnuson, the carter, hackman. I won't find your son Oliver. I don't know anything about Oliver. I don't want to. She shouted immediately. Now look here, we have had just about enough nonsense. This young man represents the court in the city. We have legal right to search all properties for this Oliver Lutkins. Now he says all the things to that. Immediately she seized, grabbed an iron from the old-fashioned stove and marched on us, began to run against them to attack with shouting. Immediately the Bill says that you search all you want to if you don't mind getting burnt. Immediately she shouted, I will burn you. You don't talk this type of things here. She shouted and laughed at our frightened retreat. Immediately they both got frightened and immediately ran from the place. She began to laugh at them. Let's get off here, get out of here. She will murder us. Bill Magnuson immediately told to young lawyer. Outside, he said, "Did you see her smile? She was laughing at us." They were discussing about the things, what she was doing. I agreed that it was a pretty disrespectful treatment we did. However, search the house. Now the young lawyer says that it was pretty but disrespectful treatment we got from the place when we went to search. Since it was only one story high, Bill went around looking, searching in all the windows. We examined the barn, that is outhouse, and stable, shelter for horse. We were reasonably certain that Oliver Lutkins was not there. It was nearly time for me. Actually, this young lawyer says that I got time. Actually, I want to go to railway station to catch the train. Immediately, Bill drove me to the station. On the way to the city, I worried. Now the young lawyer says, I worried very little over my failure to find Lutkins. I did not worry much, but I was too busy thinking about Bill Magnuson. Really, I considered returning to New Million to practice law because he liked the place. He liked Bill Magnuson. If I had found Bill so deep and richly human, might I not grow to love Fridge, Gustav, and 100 others slow-spoken, simple, wise neighbors. Actually, he is feeling happy about Bill Magnuson because of him got so many incidents in that place in that particular day. I pictured an honest, happy life beyond the strict limits of universities and law firms. He says that this is a happy feeling he got in the village. I was excited. I had found a treasure. I had discovered new way of life. Oh, this is also a new way of life, because he was thinking about the life which he got in the universities and law companies. But really what he enjoyed, experienced in the village, New Million, really it is different type of way of life, the young lawyer says. But if I did not think much about Lutkins, the office did. I found them all upset. He went there, he said that I did not find. Every people from the office, they were upset. Next morning the case was coming up in the court. They had to have Lutkins. I was shameful. The next morning my promising legal career almost came to an end before it had begun. The chief almost murdered me. Actually, the chief of the company, he hinted that I might do well at digging. You are not suitable for this work. You studied law, but you are not eligible for this. And he says that I might do well at digging. That is ditches, tilling. Ditches here drain. That is the proper job for you. He scolded with these words. I was ordered back to New Million. Again I was ordered. With me one person came, the man who had worked with Lutkins already. I was rather sorry. I was sad because it would prevent my loafing. Here loafing is spend idle time all over again. I cannot spend time with Bill if I go with this person, he says that here. When the train arrived, they took the train, they reached New Million again there. Bill was on the station platform near his cot. Strangely enough, that old tigress, that is Lutkins' mother, was there, talking and laughing with Bill, not quarreling at all. Actually, the young lawyer, he was looking that from the train steps. I pointed the Bill out to my companion. There is a fine fellow, real man. I spent the day with him. And he told to the partner who came with him there, and that person helped me a lot to search Lutkins. His name is Bill. That person who came with him, the young lawyer, he says that he helped you hunt for the Oliver Lutkins, to search Oliver Lutkins. Yes, he helped me a lot. And immediately the person who accompanied with him to search Oliver Lutkins, he says he must have. He is Lutkins himself. He is not Bill Magnuson. Oliver Lutkins he is himself. He says this one. What really hurt me was that when I served the Lutkins, that summons, Lutkins and his mother laughed at me as though I were a bright boy of 7. Really, they were laughing at him when he served the summons. With loving kindness, they begged me to go with them to neighbor's house for a cup of coffee. They told the young lawyer, please take us to the nearby house. Let's drink cup of coffee because the neighbors. I told them about you. They are anxious to look at you. They are eagerly waiting to look at you, said Lutkins joyfully. They are about the only folks in the town that missed seeing you yesterday. Everyone, whomever I took you to search Oliver Lutkins, all the people they knew I was the Oliver Lutkins. Really, they were thinking about you. They were anxious to look at you. How cool you were yesterday. Really, this is the things. Finally, the author ends with this incident. Bill Magnuson, the hack driver, was himself is Oliver Lutkins. He tricked all the things. He played all the things with the young lawyer. Finally, this lesson ends with this line. They are about the only folks in the town that missed seeing you yesterday. I told them about you. They are anxious to look at you.